I was walking down the street with a friend of mine and he was talking to me very normal, and some people were coming the other side of the street and they started yelling to him, telling him demeaning things like pato, mariposita.
I received death threats, I received calls, and 2 days later I was coming back from work. I saw all of a sudden a pickup come through the side of my car. When they came out of the car, they had shotguns and they said, "We're gonna kill you." I put the car in reverse, but they kept coming until another car started honking the horn because I was going in reverse. So at that point, the four men got in the pickup and left. So after that happened, I decided that fear could not be an option. I thought about all those other people that are out there and have no one. I came back and started working for gay rights as a voluntary basis.
The school's protocols don't necessarily cover or talk about sexuality. They have a health education class that's part of the public school's curriculum, but it all depends of what is the point of view of the teacher at that moment. If it is a conservative person, it's not going to talk about using a condom or protecting yourself of HIV. It's going to talk about abstinence. They're not going to believe that they have teenagers in their school having sex at the moment. So they don't talk about it the way that they should, because we get people that come here to get tested for HIV for the first time and they're 23, 25. And when we start to talk to them about what is HIV, how it gets transmitted, and about sexuality, they don't know anything. They don't know anything, and they are in college. There's even a policy that doesn't allow us to take condoms to the schools. It's against the law. We cannot take condoms to the school. We can go and give a workshop about safe sex or HIV, but we cannot take condoms to the school. In 1 year, we can identify 20, 21 new cases that didn't know that they were infected.
They make for my heart as their home.
I came out to my family. I told them that I was gay. One of them told me, "Since when do you know it?" Because we already did. They actually knew that I was gay. One day I came to my mother and father's house, and my father just hands me a piece of paper and tells me, "Read this." An open letter that he sent to the most widely read newspaper here in Puerto Rico, stating that he supported me fully, that gay people are human beings, that all human beings should be treated equally. And I think that was the first sign that my father gave me, that he accepted me fully, and not only accepted me fully, but also supported all the struggle that I was doing.
Tearing up holes in the house. Tearing their claws in the ground.
I've been together with my partner for 2.5 years. We don't actually have like roles in our relationship. We don't have like, oh, you're gonna do the female role or I'm gonna do the male role. It doesn't work for us to replicate like heterosexual or heteronormative roles in our relationship. For example, I don't cook. I don't like to cook, so I don't do anything like in the kitchen except for cleaning. And then we exchange different chores in the house. When we are out and about, we hold hands no matter where we are. Even though sometimes when we check a neighborhood and we think that it might be a little dangerous, we might hold off a little bit just to be safe, and we don't want to be object of attack.
Express your sexual orientation where you feel comfortable, because if you go to the mall with your partner and you're holding hands, the security guard is going to come to you and is going to tell you that you can do that. If you go to a disco that is not a gay disco and you start kissing your partner, the bartender is going to tell you, you can do that here, you got to go outside.
We usually don't hide that we are a couple. We are part of the same society and we want to be treated equally and we want to live the same freedom.
That in some way puts some kind of repression on them, and they look for other places and other ways to satisfy the need to express themselves, but they feel the need to hide it. That's why there are so many sexual encounter places that anonymous sex takes place, and there are many cases that develop sexual addiction because of the clinical depression, because they feel the need to feel accepted, to feel intimacy, to feel love, to feel important in that moment, and that's like the quick fix that they think is gonna make them feel better at that moment, and so that's some of the other psychological problems that we encounter with young men.
Put them out.
Gay people were criminals until 2003 when the Puerto Rican Senate eliminated the sodomy law. The outgoing governor of Puerto Rico, Aníbal Acevedo Vila, signed an executive order prohibiting discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, but it also gives health benefits to public employees that are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. It's the first step in the right direction.
I'm a heterosexual woman that goes every year to the gay pride parade. You don't think that so many people is gonna come out that day to express their pride about being gay. I even took my mom one year and she was very surprised. Every chance I get the opportunity, I talk to my friends that are straight and tell them that the conceptions or misconceptions that they have about the gay community, and I educate them about it and about HIV, about diversity, about acceptance, about stopping stigma, stereotypes. There's still a lot of growing needed in the general population in terms of what is the gay community, and there are a lot of misconceptions about the gay community. A lot of misconceptions. They have no idea how it is, how it works, and I think it's fear of the unknown.
We want to get married in Puerto Rico, so we are waiting for things to change here legally so we can either get married or civil unions. That is under revision right now in the legislature. So when that happens, then we'll either get civil unionized, whatever that means, or married, and just to make that commitment to each other. We want to share it with our family and friends and with the world, and we also want to protect our relationship and what we're building together.